Hello, I'm Refashionista Sheri, and I am here to show you just how quick and easy it is to transform those less than stellar items of clothing into wardrobe favorites without any money or special skills or fancy tools whatsoever. So you know what? Let's just dive right in. So today I have on my fancy Refashionista thinking cap because I don't know if you remember, but I recently scored some really cool vintage items for super cheap on eBay, and I'll link that show and tell down below if you missed it. But one of the items was an absolutely stunning 1960s, early 70s bridesmaid's dress, and it's way too tight on me, but it's super long. There's loads of fabric, and I'm just not sure what I want to make with it. So I thought today we're going to revisit these two tutorials, this one from 2018 and this one from 2023, because I actually ended up creating really similar items with each of these 5 years apart using kind of sort of very different techniques. So that's why we're going to revisit both of these. And at the end, I want you to tell me if you think I should make one of these sets out of that bridesmaid's dress, because it's definitely on the table, because it's pretty quick, it's pretty easy, and you know what? Let's just go make these.
So we're going to start with the tutorial from 2018, and this one was, of course, a photo step-by-step DIY from my blog, which is why this is photos and a voiceover now. So as you can see, this vintage dress had definitely seen better days. There was pieces literally chomped out of it, it looked like, as well as a few rips, tears, and it just wasn't in great condition. So the first thing I did was chop off the worst bits from the sleeves and then give them a nice clean hem. There was also some tears and little rips throughout the dress, so I went ahead and mended them with a quick back and forth zigzag, which of course didn't look very nice. So then I chopped out some little pieces of fabric from those chopped sleeves and created some adorable little heart patches. And it matches and it looks adorable. Then, of course, I shortened it to my desired top length, and because it had a zip, I trimmed the zip and then it gave the top a nice clean hem, and then the top part was pretty much done. I then grabbed the chop bottom of the dress and removed one of the side seams to create a long length of fabric, and then I cut that into 2 equal pieces. I folded each piece in half and stitched the sides of each one together to create 2 tubes. Then I put one of the tubes on top of the other on my table and grabbed a pair of loose-fitting pants, folded them in half, and put them on top of the fabric tubes with the crotch seams lined up with the edge of the fabric, and then chopped out the fabric using the crotch area of the pants as a guide. Remember to be generous with seam allowance because nobody wants a tight crotch area in a pair of shorts. I then had 2 fabric tubes, each with a V chopped out of them, and I put one tube inside of the other with the right sides facing and those V's lined up, and then I went ahead and stitched the V's together. When they were stitched together, I pulled one leg out of the other, and my shorts were definitely looking like shorts. I then created an elastic waist casing by simply folding and stitching down the top edge of the shorts, but once I had put the elastic in, I decided I didn't really like it, so I removed the elastic and added a adorable fabric belt instead that I had created from the Scrappy leftovers. Okay, so I have pulled this out of my shelf, and it's now been over 6 years, I think, since I've made this, and it's still going strong. I wear it every single summer, multiple times. It is awesome, but let's just take a look at my Refashionista interior seams, shall we? Because everyone's always so curious how things hold up, and look at that. Still perfect. I haven't had to re-stitch any seams or anything like that, but I will say that I think today I'm actually going to bind up the sleeves here and maybe the bottom hem of the shirt just so they match, because it's not super comfortable. It's like I had to fold it very, very thin, so it's quite hard. And so I think that putting some lovely lace here, something like this perhaps, just, you know, binding it around like that, it's going to look cute and it's going to make it a little bit softer in my armpit. So that's what I'm going to do. And just let's have a quick look at the shorts, because they are also still going strong and looking awesome. I do have to iron everything, of course, because it was sitting on my shelf. But there you can see once again, no fraying seams, no nothing. Absolutely lovely. And if I have enough lace, I might actually put some around the bottom hem of the shorts, and then everything will be super duper matchy matchy. So I think today we're going to transform this into a two-piece set. Now I'm not sure if we're going to do top and lounge pants or top and skirt or top and shorts yet. We shall see as we start cutting and everything. So let's get making. For this rockin' warm weather refashion, you'll need a loose-fitting, somewhat long dress, plus something to use for your waistband for however we're going to be doing the bottom part here. And I'm thinking I might use this elastic because not only is it super stretchy and comfy, it's also perfectly pink, just like this. And of course, your sewing gear. So of course, my first step is to mark the top part to my desired length, plus a couple of centimeters of seam allowance. And you can either do this by popping it on and then popping a pin in there, or using an existing shirt that you like the length of for a template. And now I'm just going to chop that to size. Okay, so my shirt is done. I simply chopped it and then gave it a nice clean hem. So now it's time to work on the funky, adorable little matching shorts. Okay, so I now have my chopped bottom of the dress laid flat inside out. And you can see here on the sides, it has these little splits on both sides of the bottom of the chopped bottom of the dress. So I think because I may need some extra fabric at the end of all of this, I'm just gonna chop straight on through, and then I'll have these two pieces of extra fabric. Okay, so now I have to make the legs of my shorts. And to do that, I need two tubes. So I'm going to fold my bottom fabric in half, like so, and then I'm simply going to chop it evenly in half. And I think I'm going to chop straight through the embroidery here as opposed to these side seams, and then I should be able to make two even-ish tubes. So now I have two pieces, and one side has a seam and the other side is open. So now I'm just going to go stitch that open edge closed, so I have two tubes. Okay, so I have my two fabric tubes here, and I have one right side out and I have one inside out. So I'm going to take the one that is right side out and pop it inside the one that is inside out. So I will have the right sides facing. And I also want the embroidery here to be lined up together. And I'm actually making this so the embroidery is going to be on the outside of each leg, because I think that would be a bit awkward if it was on the interior gussety crotch area. Okay, so you can see here I grabbed a loose-fitting pair of lounge pants and folded them in half, pulled out the crotch area so it's in the front, and now I'm just going to line that up with the hopefully soon to be front of my shorts here, and I'm going to use this as a template to chop out the crotch gussety area of my short leg tubes. Okay, I now have something that looks like this, but when I flip it around like so, I have a really lovely big V shape here. Now I'm simply going to go and stitch these two V's together. So you can see here my V's are all stitched together, and when I pull one side out of the other side, we should hopefully have something that looks like a pair of shorts. Let's see. We do! La la look at that. Perfect. Perfect shorts. So now I'm going to go try these on because, as I said before, I think I may need to use my chopped fabric here and possibly add a little bit to the sides. I'm not sure. I'm going to go try these on and we'll see. So my suspicions about the size of these were absolutely correct. And yeah, they are incredibly tight. So I am absolutely going to take my excess fabric and add a couple of side panels to each side here. And if you're unsure how to add side panels to shorts and trousers, I will link down below to my loads of different videos that show exactly how to do that for several different fabrics. So I put in my side panels and the shorts fit me so much better now. Plus I hemmed up the raw edges and I added a very, very simple elastic waist to the top. And I think these are totally adorable.
I absolutely love doing these revisit tutorials because not only does it allow me to make videos out of my very, very old photo step-by-step tutorials and to do new voiceovers, which is always fun, it also really truly shows that my tutorials work. And not only do they work, and not only are they super easy, but they last. They stand the test of time. You have to think, this fabric was so super old and so super vintage. It was ripped, it was falling apart. Then I got my hands on it and made it into this absolutely adorable set that has kept me fresh and wonderful looking throughout several summers so far. And not only that, I've now added the gorgeous trim here. So it's gonna, you know, be a wardrobe favorite for even longer. And speaking of wardrobe favorites, do you guys remember these? These, I think, were like one of the first tutorials that I made for my channel. So like these are over a decade old, these funky little scrappy fabric wrap bracelets. And in case you've missed it over the years here, I'll link the tutorial down below. And it is kind of old, so it may not be the greatest quality, but it still works. It's still awesome. And once again, look how fantastic. Something I made over a decade ago. Now I put it with something that I made half a decade ago. And also this adorable bag I found in the trash, I believe it was last year. And it, of course, needed a super cleaning. And all of the flowers here were very, very faded. But look, all I did was freshen them up with a coat of nail polish. That's it. And I now have a gorgeous vintage, fabulous woven straw bag. And so again, it doesn't take a lot of money or in some cases any money at all to upcycle and make the wardrobe of your dreams. That is exactly your taste and style. I'm sorry, I'm so passionate about this and I'm so against consumerism and capitalism, especially when you see how easy it is to do these things for yourself for free. And again, I have so many tutorials. I've literally hundreds of fab-free tutorials over on my blog, even more on my channel. Just, there's no excuse to not give something a try because as I prove every single day, every single week with brand new tutorials, if I can do it, anybody can do it, and you don't need any special tools or equipment or anything like that. So again, it's all there, it's all free. But if you want to crack open my Refashionista brain and get out all of the gooey goodness and fantastic tips, tricks, hacks, everything I've taught myself over the years, then you definitely want to check out my epic Refashioning 101 e-course because everything's in there. And again, it's really cheap. And you also get 50% off with the code Refashion50, which makes it even cheaper to go forth and create your own unique style. Plus, I have my ebooks and now my fancy new mini courses, and all of that is less than $10. So truly, there's no excuse. You have free, you have super cheap, and you have super duper cheap. So really no excuse. Go create your own style, enjoy it, wear what you want, feel great in what you wear, and never let anyone tell you what you can and can't wear. And speaking of people trying to tell people what they can and can't do, it is time for another Tarot time. So you know what? Let's just go see what I'm doing wrong this time.
Hi, as you probably know already, I am Citrus Meloni, and I'm a Gen Z, and I handle all like the social media and everything for Refashionista Sheri. And sorry you haven't seen me in a while, but I've been like super busy, you know, trying to get Sheri out there into the world and be seen, because that's the only way, you know, nowadays. If you don't have any support or tons of money or anything behind you to pay lots of people for views and, hey, put me on this show and I'll pay you and blah, blah, you don't really get anywhere, which is why it is so important for you guys to, you know, engage and like and share and subscribe and follow her everywhere and, you know, push her out, get her stuff out there, because as we all know, it is a pretty freaking awesome. And again, she's teaching everybody how to save a whole bunch of money by simply upcycling and refashioning what they already have. And her tutorials are pretty darn easy and awesome. So come on, help her out. Okay. Anyway, you guys are here for troll time, and I don't even know. I don't know where these people come from. I don't know where these people live. I don't know anything about these people or how their brain works, that they are constantly thinking it's okay to go write this stuff on strangers, you know, content, videos, posts, social media, whatever. Or even, you know, she gets emails from trolls, like full on emails, which is absolutely crazy. But anyway, let's just go with this one. So I don't know how to pronounce this person's name, so I'm very, very sorry. I apologize. It could be Noah. It could be Noah. It could be Noah-he. It could be Noah-he. I have no idea. I'm just going to go with Noah. Okay, so Noah says, "You clearly did not go to fashion school. I did. Your ideas are terrible, and you should not be trying to teach anyone anything." Holy freaking crap, Noah. That's pretty insane. Like, that's really, there's capitals, there's brackets, there's exclamation points. You hit every single one of the troll stereotypes. So round of applause for you. Anyway, yeah, it's common knowledge that Refashionista Sheri didn't go to fashion school. Are you not aware? Like, she really did it. There's, you know, the origin story of Refashionista Sheri is very simple. She failed home ec in high school, so she never ever touched a sewing machine because that teacher humiliated her, made her feel terrible. It was awful. And then when she was 38, and she actually had just had her baby, she inherited a very, very old vintage sewing machine in Berlin, Germany, and taught herself how to use it because nothing really ever fit her off the rack. And, you know, she just had a baby, so it was even worse. And yeah, so she taught herself how to use it, started upcycling and refashioning. And some of her friends were like, "Oh my God, you're like really good at this, start a blog." And so she did, and oh, bing bang, the rest is history. But the fact that she didn't go to fashion design school isn't a bad thing at all, because that means that she is showing people how to do things the easiest way possible, using items that they already probably have in their house, right? She just shared a video showing how to use a simple cardboard box that, you know, you get a package, and use that box as kind of a dress form, not cutting it, not making it to anything, just putting stuff on it. And she showed how she literally used a box to create clothing. And, you know, we'll link that down below for you if you missed it. But like, it's this kind of out of the box thinking
that makes it really easy for everyone to be able to upcycle, refashion, and create their own unique style, right? I think, shouldn't everyone be able to do this? Shouldn't it be like open for everyone, especially when people can't afford to buy anything anymore, let alone afford to go to a fashion design school to learn how to stitch something? Like, really, Noah? Really? And if you're so great and you think it's such a wonderful thing, how come you don't have a YouTube channel? We couldn't find anything, in the quick minutes that we searched around for you. You got nothing. You didn't even have like a proper profile picture. So what the hell? If you're so great and you're so wonderful, you went to school, you have all this knowledge, why aren't you sharing it? Why is it up to people like Refashionista Sheri to share the knowledge that they've literally taught themselves with everybody? It doesn't even make sense to me. Like, why would you not want to teach people what to make the world kind of a better place and help improve people's lives, or at the very least, just share something to put a smile on someone's face? Spreading positivity and smiles and a little bit of joy really would go a long way. Much better than leaving crappy comments, don't you think? And I'm pretty sure more people agree with me than agree with you. And again, if you don't like something, don't watch it. Don't subscribe to it. Don't. But you know what else? That actually helps the algorithm. And as a social media manager, I know this to be true. So actually, yeah, do subscribe and hate watch and do all of those things. Comment. Please leave more troll comments, because it gives us, all Sheri's staff here, we go through them and we pick the ones that we want to respond to. And then that's more content for us to share and, make people laugh. I hope. I think the troll times seem to be going pretty good. So I think we're going to continue them, because again, there is so many comments that come in every single day, and some of them are absolutely horrible. We will never share them, and nobody should be subjected to them. But some of them, like this one, they deserve to have a response because it's nonsensical, and those are the best ones to respond to. Anyway, as I said, please do engage with Refashionista Sheri's content, and be sure to, check out her TikTok, the Facebook page. She's like everywhere. Her blog, go to her blog, check out the old posts, because her blog was started before her channel. So there's like literally hundreds of evergreen tutorials over there that are hilarious and useful and wonderful, and articles, and like she used to do Thrifty Thursday outfit inspiration posts over there. She doesn't do that anymore, but I mean, it was a lot to do, the blog, then the channel came in. So she's doing the blog, the channel, and the social media, which is why, she hired her staff. And I think now, who does she have? She has May, of course. She has Esther. She has Nancy, who's her personal assistant. She has Guy, of course. And she has Chantal. So, Refashionista, that's 5. That's pretty good.
Naja, hallo, it is me, Frau Inge, and I don't think that Citrus Meloni forgot about me, but she seems to have, so I just want to say, yeah, I am part of this too. I am the producer and director for Refashionista Sheri. Okay.
But she still does most of the work behind the scenes, I have to be honest. Anyway, Noah, I went a bit off topic, I'm very sorry, but I hope that kind of put things into perspective for you a little bit, that just because you maybe didn't go and get fashion design school education doesn't mean that you're not allowed to still share your knowledge and make things and create things and, put those tutorials out there for others. And again, maybe, Noah, try creating your own channel, and then you see all the work that goes on into it, and you might have a better appreciation for people working online as well. And you might also help some people, right? If you have all of this wonderful fashion design knowledge, why don't you do something different? Why don't you teach people how to make patterns, or you teach someone all the different parts of a sewing machine and how to use them and everything? Because like Refashionista Sheri doesn't do that. She can't do that. She doesn't have that knowledge. But as long as there is breath in her lungs, she is going to continue sharing the knowledge that she does have. And she's going to continue learning and growing as a refashionista and, of course, content creator. And, she has her lovely staff and all of our wonderful fellow refashionistas out there online behind her, which is just fantastic. So, okay, until next time, stay safe, stay well, and we'll catch you on the zigzag. And of course, come on, remember, as I just said, like, share, engage, comment, subscribe, do all of those things, and let's get her out there. Let's get Refashionista Sheri to, 50,000 subscribers in the shortest amount of time that we can, because that would be absolutely fabulous. And then maybe she'll finally get to be on some of these locally filmed shows that she's been trying to get on for years. I'll put the links down below, so maybe you guys want to write to them actually and say, hey, put Refashionista Sheri on. She's a fantastic DIY expert who can share all these wonderful tips, tricks, hacks, tutorials with their lovely studio audience. Hey, if you made it all the way to the end of the video, just want to say thank you so much for being here and loving what I do and not thinking that I'm a complete weirdo, I guess, for consistently sharing the things that I make. And I truly hope that I make something sometime at some point in the past, present, future that you go, oh my goodness, I so want to make that for myself. And then you do make it and you do realize how quick and easy it truly is, and you start creating your own awesome, unique, sustainable style. And until next time, stay safe, stay well, and I'll catch ya on the zigzag. This, I didn't think this could be any cuter, but with the trim, it's definitely going to kind of sickeningly sweet, adorable town, I think.
This is Confessions of a Refashionista.